Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Betty Otumusu, and in today's video I'll be taking you along with me to the Intellectual Property Club event. It's a CV, resume and career exploration event, and I will be attending today. But while I am getting ready to go, I just want to briefly talk about some things that people are embarrassed about and they shouldn't really be embarrassed about. So one of the things that I would say people are embarrassed about that they really shouldn't be embarrassed about or embarrassed of is age. Like, why will you be embarrassed about your age? Like, why should how old you are be something you are ashamed to tell people? It's long life now, something people are ashamed of. Jesus, baby hair want to disgrace me. Your age is not something you should be ashamed of. I mean, I used to be like that too when I was much younger. I think I made a video on that before, like people age shaming you. Well, I mean, this is 2023. We've gone past that. You should be able to own up to your age without feeling ashamed, without feeling like, oh, it's a bad thing. If you look bigger than your age, it's not your fault. I mean, it's your like it's just so funny why many people will be, ashamed to talk about their age in public, or you're hiding your age. Now I don't know, people do it for different reasons. People hide their age for different reasons. But personally, for those people who hide it because, oh, they don't want people to know that they are old, I don't understand. And the funny thing is, when people die, they will still see your age. Everybody will know your age. I mean, they'll not put your age when you die. So your age is something that you really should not be ashamed about. Another thing that I would say some people are embarrassed about, but they really should not be embarrassed about, is family. Yeah, like, and this can be as a result of maybe your financial background or your social status. Come on, why should you be embarrassed about your family? Family is where you are from. Family is your root. Without family, you cannot entirely be who you are, because family is where you started from. Every single one of us started from a family, be it biological or, you know, otherwise. Family is very much important in our lives as individuals. And so I find it quite appalling when certain people, because they've had a certain level of exposure, begin to look down on their family and be like, oh no, we used to see it in movies where one child will go to school, and when the parents come to visit, they begin to what's the word, deny. They begin to deny their family because, oh, the way their family look do not fall into the kind of way, the kind of life or the kind of status that they built for themselves where they are at the moment. And it's like, does it even make sense? Family should, if you are embarrassed about your family, they do something about it. Help them to get to that level that you want them to be, to associate with you. And I don't even think that there should be any form of standards when it comes to, being with your family. Although there are exceptions to when you can be embarrassed when you can be embarrassed by what your family is doing. There could be situations and circumstances where, maybe your family member went outside to do something that is very shameful and very, that stained your name and reputation. I would say in that instance, you are embarrassed by what they have done, by the things they are doing or have done, and not see themselves. Next on the list of things you should not be embarrassed about: your personal decisions, your personal values that do not conform to the standards of other people. I mean, if I have decided that, oh, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to drink, and people around me feel like, oh, I'm weird or I'm not cool, it doesn't mean I should be embarrassed by it. It's my decision. If I say that I don't want to eat this thing, I don't want to go with the way people are living, I want to live this way, it's your choice. If I decide I do not want to go with whatever it's trending or what's the norm, it's my choice, it's my decision. I know what I want, and I know why I have decided to take that decision. And so if people if people cannot understand reason why I'm doing it, I should not be embarrassed by it, because in the end it's me, not them. So that's another thing you should not be embarrassed about. If the way you're living your life, or your personal standards and values do not conform to other people's standards, you should not be embarrassed about it. It means you are different. Everybody cannot be the same. So yeah, those are like my top 3 things that people should not be embarrassed about: your age, your family, your personal decisions, your personal values. If you decide that, oh, I want to diet, I don't want to eat this thing, I don't want to eat that thing, or I don't want to do certain things that other people are doing, you should not be embarrassed by it. This thing is too dark. You should not be embarrassed by it. You get? So yeah. And then one funny thing again that people should not be embarrassed about: opening up to the doctor about things that are considered private, because at the end of the day it's only the doctor that can help you in that situation. You get? Now let me share my own story with you. I remember when I was battling with hemorrhoids. If you don't know what hemorrhoids are, it's what they used to call JD, that your nyash will come outside like this and that your ears. Hemorrhoids. I was battling with hemorrhoids. That was during the lockdown, and it got really bad, like very bad for me. And then wait, I'm coming. It's like, get ready with me and be talking. It's not for me. I don't know. I'm not used to it, so I'll just get late talking. I'm forgetting that I'm supposed to be getting dressed. Okay, so finally I was sharing a story before I went off that. Then I was battling with hemorrhoids, and I needed to go. I was doing home remedy for it. I was doing sit baths and other home remedies, but it got to a stage where I actually really needed to go see a doctor. And I was already thinking, hey, so I will now open my nyash. I will open my nyash to doctor. And especially if it's a male doctor, Jesus Christ, that thing can be very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. But truth be told, yeah, I know that in that kind of situation, it will be difficult not to be embarrassed, because it's like you are, once you become an adult, you become self-aware, self-conscious, and seeing another person that is not your significant other, that is even to your siblings, to open up to your fellow siblings, to your siblings for something like that, it's embarrassing enough. Talk about a total stranger that does not know you. But things like that, we should not be embarrassed by opening up to the doctor. Just see it as them doing their job. I remember that time too, when I was having it seemed like I was going to be having lumps in my breast, like something was just off, something was weird, and so I needed to go see the doctor. And when I got there, the doctor said, oh, he had to examine me, and I removed my clothes. The doctor was touching me, and Jesus, it's like my ground should open and swallow me. But then I was referred again to another doctor. See, after that first doctor, I just zeroed my mind. Well, let them see what they want to see. They are doing after that, they will not see ourselves again. And then I just got to the point where I was just opening up to them, like, feel free, do what you want to do. So yeah, opening up to doctors should not be embarrassing. Try. Just take your mind off it, that they are doing their job. In the end, it's for your own good. It's because you have issue that they have to, see you. If you don't have problem, the shark cannot come to your house and come and say they want to be looking at you. You get? So yeah, that is all. This is how I'm looking to the IP club event. For just for context, IP is Intellectual Property Club. Okay, I think I said it at the beginning. So yeah, I don't know, I cannot show the shoe that I'm going to be wearing. I've not actually decided, but either ways, the next thing you'll be seeing now is the event.
From the trust, Nigeria's call serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve with heart and mind, one nation bound in freedom, peace and unity. Round of applause. Can have our seats. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. Let me start by appreciating the leadership of the Intellectual Property Bureau for having me here. And I also want to appreciate and recognize the presence of Father in the house and everyone here, because without you, this will not make sense. And also my team, coming up here from Ibadan with me. Thank you very much. Alright, so my topic for being here is two parts. I was supposed to take a part before that what I prepared for, and I was informed that I also have to take the CV aspect. So I'm going to bring it together because the first part is very important. Do you understand? The first part of the conversation is titled Personal Development and Employability. Are we together? Did you get that? Personal development and employability. And the reason why I have to discuss this course is because, in my experience, when it comes to CV, now the CV is basically a summary of your life. Are we together? So, for most people, in my experience over the years, most people don't have anything to write in their CV. Because 4 years, 5 years on campus, what they've done is, and what they come out with is just their certificate. Very extent of law, you come out with your LLB, right? And then they have nothing to offer the job market. And that is unfortunate because I've seen a lot of, for example, last week I was working on someone's CV and then when I sent it back, he was asking me, this is CV. I was like, you can see it, you can't employ yourself. It was very obvious because it was surprised. Because now, what we have is that for most young people, when they are on campus, they are always very busy. But the truth of the matter is that most times they are busy doing nothing. They are not achieving anything. They just show strength, they come class, they're part of fellowship or the most administration, they're part of multiple clubs. You are here, you are there, you are here, you are there. Before you know it, 4 years. And then most times, the truth of the matter is that it is not always easy to get the first class. Are we together? But then in today's economy, a first class is very important because it signifies something. But I always recommend that if you are not going to get a first class, have something that gives you edge. Get a job and to keep the job. Do you understand? The bulk of the jobs that are available today, there are in two parts. Number one, they require skills. Number two, they require networking. Are we together? Most of the jobs I've gotten in my life was because somebody I've worked with mentioned my name to somebody somewhere. I'm here because somebody knows me and she mentioned my name to somebody. Do you understand me? Now, it does not matter whether you have a first class or a 2-1. It doesn't matter anyways. It matters. So, I'm not saying don't pursue first class. The point is that over the years, what a first class is supposed to signify has been lost. People pursue first class just to add the certificate. But what is actually supposed to signify is that this particular person that had the first class, compared to someone who has second class upper, is of more quality, has more skills, understand what he or she studied. Do you understand? But most times what we have today is cram and pour. Do you understand? Now, people that are around you today, they are looking at you. Are we together? People are observing you. if you are the kind of person that comes late regularly, one day, someone that knows that you are a chronic late comer, you'll be in a position to recommend this person. Like, I want to recommend this person, but feel like this place with them. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
See, sometimes impression, when you talk about what they say about first impression, it lasts longer. And then sometimes you like, don't judge me by what I say or what I do or what. No, I will judge by what I see. Some people now ask you. See, there was one day I was talking with someone, and I greeted her with her attitude and what she does. You know, I'm watching you. I don't have opportunity to recommend you for yet, but I see what you are doing. Do you understand? I see what you are doing. The person that recommended me to come and speak to you today did not recommend me because we are friends. The person has seen what I can do. Are we together? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Character is very important. Everybody at one place has very other extent. You know, everybody is always a work in progress. But it's very important. Your sense of responsibility, very important. I don't like people that I work with. If I give you a work to do, even if they are sick, I expect to do my work. Now, if I think I'm a bad person, you know, the way it works is that they give you a job. I don't have to beg you that you are sick, no girls, after that work come. I first ask you, are you okay? Or are you already for that work? Because you're going to get paid for the work. Do you understand? But I don't have to tell them most times because they already have that attitude towards the work that you know what, I'm getting paid for this job, I'm going to do the job. Do you understand? You don't have to force them. They have that utmost sense of responsibility. I have a job and a deliver. Education is different from academics. Talk to things together. What you do in class is academics. What your first class shows is academic excellence. Do you understand? But education, through education, it starts with the mindset. Do you understand? It starts with attitude. For example, when I went to camp, we people from different schools. I could recognize people from my school. Different from people that came from other schools. It was very clear. At a point in time, I was looking like I could not say the name of my school because that's really different kind of loud. I'm like, let people phone. People just shouting. People that just dumped it. If you finish 4 years, you'll be right. The probability that you drop later is very, 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 very low. Every school has their own culture. Do you understand? If you finish from where, you're from where you are most likely not going to be that. And I pick the island from Ilorin to Ibadan. Before I dump it. I just like, because that thing is in your head, SDC. Drop the island from here. Yes. Then I go to school that can defend the word or whatever. You are one set of us because somebody broke window. They say you are contested, don't break window, everybody go. I went for 6 months. And when we came back, everybody already calmed down. So it's like born a rookie. Do you understand? Are you getting me? So some schools, for example, when they want to protest, they are very violent. That's the nature of that school. That's what they learn there. Are we together? Now, like I was saying before, when it comes to critical thinking, no school will teach you. But you can learn it. Do you understand? You're going to have people. Some of you have roommates that have bad character. Do you understand?
Yes.
By living with that person for a year, you can learn some good people skills. Because at a point in time, when you get to the workplace, you cannot pick your co-workers. Do you understand? So you have to learn how to. Do you understand? How to manage people. Do you understand? That we call emotional intelligence. You have to manage their emotions.